Trafalgar Law fighting Blackbeard, the government authorizing CP0 to take out Vegapunk being a girl. I caught up on One Piece, and let's just say my mind is blown.
Wow!
The start of me catching up on One Piece started with Luffy sailing to Egghead Island. This is where we see a confrontation go down between Luffy's crew and robotic sea monsters. From this, the crew gets split up, sort of reminiscent of the Thriller Bark arc, without the long and boring overtone. With one part of the crew ending up on the island and the other being saved by a giant robot. Which is how we're introduced to Vegapunk, who turned out to be a girl? Which is crazy because for the start of Vegapunk being mentioned, we were told that he was a guy. But I don't mind a baddie taking his place. I'm no better than Sanji, not gonna lie. And also, before we keep going, make sure to drop a like, a comment, and a subscription because it really does help out the channel. But back to what I was saying, we see both sides of the crew explore the island, learning about the numerous things there, such as an automatic food maker or holograms of dinosaurs and robots. But then we eventually learn there are multiple Vegapunks, as we are introduced to each of the 6 Vega clones, made to disperse Vegapunks time more easily and efficiently, the 6 clones being Desire, Wrath, Wisdom, Flair, Evil, and Logic. While all this is happening though, we learn that CP0 is on the way to the island, and not for a house call either, but instead to take out Vegapunk, which just had my mind spinning as I always saw Vegapunk as being in the government's pocket, so there's no way I'd think they authorized the killing of Vegapunk. And while this is happening, we see that a confrontation between Blackbeard's and Law's crew is happening, which is honestly so insane to me, as we learn that Blackbeard wanted to fight one of the people leaving the battle at Wano. So if Luffy made the decision to go in Law's direction instead of towards Egghead Island, we would have seen the hyped battle between Blackbeard and Luffy happen already. And honestly, seeing that Law was holding his own against Blackbeard had me extremely excited to see how Luffy would hold against him. But back at the island, we meet the actual Vegapunk, and we get a history bomb out of nowhere. We learn that the ancient kingdom was so much more advanced than today's technology, and that Vega is actually friends with Dragon the Revolutionary, also known as Luffy's dad. This just brought so many questions to my mind, like does that mean that he will team up with Dragon later on in the story? Is he using the world government? This reveal had me questioning everything, and that's not all. We learn that Vega wants to leave with Luffy and his crew, which is just going to make for an insane arc. And we even got to see a casual fight between Luffy and Lucci, and my questions of why Lucci got a promotion were answered when we see that he has awakened his devil fruit too. And then, to close out everything, we see that Sakazuki is on the way to the island with naval forces, which means that we may see one of the most important battles yet between Luffy and the man who killed his brother. This arc is surely going to be the arc that starts a war between the world government and Luffy's crew. I love reading these chapters in one sitting, and I'm so excited to see where this story takes us. There's so many different directions Oda can take this story, and honestly, it's going to be a blast. And if you'd like to see more One Piece content from me, I made a video about why Usopp is the most likely candidate for being the ancient weapon Uranus, and you can watch it right here. And remember to like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.